if you want people to lose all faith that anyone is going to solve anything, you got a bunch of other wacky shit that doesn't make any sense, and you spam it out there at the same time.
And that's exactly the thing that's going on with the Charlie Kirk assassination. There's so many theories. There's so many speculations. No one's trusting the narrative. But why? What are these alternative theories? Well, I'm going to share this video with you that I actually have not watched fully at all yet. I want to watch it first with you because I kind of want to know what are the theories, and I don't want to have to spend literally an hour and a half to figure it out. So if you like this content, hit the like button and let's journey this truth together. I mean, the reason I'm making this is because I want to know the truth, and I'm sure you do too. Let's check it out.
He set it up in a way that, like, okay, you're saying something that's actually factually inaccurate according to the narrative. Now, let's be real clear. I don't necessarily think they know what's going on yet. There's a lot of weird going on with this.
I know.
First of all, there was that one guy who was the decoy. All right, so you got this guy who's an older guy who starts yelling out. Didn't he take his pants down? He took his pants down. This guy was at 9/11. He was at the Boston bombings.
All the hits.
He called in a fake bomb at another place, and then he did this at this thing. Right after, so somehow or another, this guy has the state of mind that the moment someone gets shot, he yells out and says, I did it, and takes his pants down or something like that. I don't know exactly what he did. Then, ready for this? He gets arrested for child porn. Right?
Have you heard of this guy? I've heard about him too. I thought that they found the killer. I thought he was the killer at the very beginning because they said they arrested a guy that said that he did it. But yeah, there's a lot of speculations about him. I've heard some of this, but not everything, I don't think.
Right after this happened?
Oh, right away. He's in jail for child porn. Why is that? Well, now you can't interview him.
Right. He's got, right.
Right. And because when the internet people start going, how are you at all these different things? Like, what are the odds? Like, if someone ran it through one of the ChatGPT and Perplexity things, like, what are the odds that this guy would be at all those different events and be involved? Like, zero.
Yeah.
This is the guy?
Yeah.
I just like that the pants down part is just insane to me. It's like, why is your out, dude?
I did it. Listen, I'm not saying this guy isn't insane. He's clearly insane. Or not. Or he's professionally insane.
Right. I almost texted you when the Charlie Kirk thing happened because my antennas went up about, they showed the photo of that kid, or the guy that they have, the 22-year-old, whatever. And I was almost going to be like, dude, do you think he's got the capability to do that?
Yeah, well, listen, there are people that look like that have the capability to do that.
Pretty accurate.
Nope. No? Not hard. Not hard at all. Let me dispel that. Okay. 200 yards from a prone position with a dead-on rifle. So if you have a dead-on rifle, so you set this rifle, you set your 0 to 200 yards, right? You know how far you're going to shoot. It is not hard at all.
He shot a lot?
You don't have to shoot a lot. So I could do it tomorrow.
If you're no, but you are experienced. If it's someone that's never shot, could they do it?
100%. Not if they've never shot. They wouldn't know where to look. They'd have a hard time acquiring the like when you look through a scope, like when the reticle is weird. Like sometimes
takes a minute.
You'd have to be trained to know when you're 200 yards away to be able to account for that difference in height. And let's keep in mind, everyone agrees that whenever Charlie Kirk was shot, I mean, he was dead. Like, that is a very accurate shot. I mean, he didn't miss either direction or up and down. I mean, he hit him in the exact spot that took his life instantly.
You got to know the distance that you have to be from it to really line it up in your sights. But you could get a guy like my friend Andy Stumpf, who was a sniper in the SEALs. You could get him, and he could show you how to do it in an afternoon, and then you could hit steel at 200 yards every time you pull the trigger.
One day you could learn that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Not that hard.
Because it feels insane to me. I'm like, that seems tough.
It seems tough. But this kid had a rifle with a scope. Now, here's where it gets weird. The first images of this rifle with a scope, I swear to God, it looks like he has a composite stock on it. Like, it looks like a modern 30-06 rifle. So a 30-06, so that's the rifle. 30-06 is like, that looks like a very modern-looking stock. I mean, it might not be. It might be just a bad resolution. It might be wood. It's hard to tell. But if you showed me that and you said, hey, this is my cousin's rifle, is this any good? I'd be like, Looks like a standard bolt-action rifle with like a sophisticated modern scope on it. Sure. Now, apparently, the narrative is that this is his grandfather's rifle from World War I and doesn't have a serial code. Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. Why? Wait. Why are you using such an old gun? Like, that's kind of crazy. Like, is it possible that an old gun can be that accurate? If you have a gunsmith and they work on it, yeah, it's totally possible.
I mean, things are kind of getting kind of weird to me. The odds of already just this guy that's been there at 9/11, this been there during the Boston bombing, the fact that he had child porn on his phone, so now we can't interview him, we can't talk to him, and now you have this gun that looks modern, but they're saying it was a World War I gun. And so if it's a World War I gun and it has to be worked on, it has to be fixed, all these things to make that accurate of a shot. It does seem kind of
We have
weird.
a really good gunsmith, and he sets. If you're like a nostalgic person, you like driving an old car, you could bring it to a mechanic. They could redo the brakes.
Sure.
So if you got a good gunsmith, and he took a look at that, and the action was true, and the bolt, the bore is good. Yeah, you could conceivably shoot with a gun for hundreds of years, right? Guns don't necessarily go bad.
Right. They don't expire.
Right, and especially because all the stuff like the trigger and the action and all that different stuff is replaceable. So you could just it's compartmentalized. It's components. That's the other thing. They said that he took it apart and then put it back together again. Shut the up. Do you know how much time it would take to do that if you were highly skilled?
To disassemble a gun.
To disassemble a rifle so that you can get it in a backpack. And by the way, not going to fit.
Not gonna
gonna
fit in a backpack.
And then somehow or another reconnects it once he gets off the roof. What? What's
that's
that
what
about?
Is that what they pitched, huh?
Yeah. And then he's supposed to get it in that stupid backpack. It's literally, it makes no sense.
And the elevator music was a nice touch, by the way.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
So this is just a narrative, right?
Yeah.
We watch a guy jump off the roof, and then we supposedly find this rifle. So if you can have a guy that's in the audience that's yelling, "I shot him, now shoot me. I shot him, now shoot me," and then that guy gets arrested for child porn charges, he's like, what is going on here? And then you find this rifle, and then you say, "Oh, he assembled it and he reassembled it." Okay. I wish I was a cop. I'd sit in a room like, this story is horse. None of these things make any sense to me. Like, you're telling me that this kid who's not military trained, this guy, first of all, how did he get to the roof? How come nobody was looking? How come nobody was there's a direct line of sight between where he's sitting and those roofs? You guys didn't check? You don't have a drone? That's insane. So
Yeah, what do you all think so far? I think this is about over, but what do you think so far? Let me know in the comments. And if you have your own theory, or maybe you read something, put it in list form so it's easy to follow. All right, outline form, something that's easy to follow. Because I am curious to see why so many people are doubting the narrative. And I'm one of those people that I'm not just going to buy the narrative all the time either, but I kind of want to know why. Why should we doubt the narrative?
he's on the roof, he shoots, he jumps from the roof. He jumps down 14 feet.
Yeah, we saw didn't they have video of him jump? Somebody had a cell phone video of him jumping
There's
down,
a video
right?
of him jumping. So this guy, whoever it is, jumps off of the roof and lands, whether or not he's even the guy who shot him.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he thought he was going to shoot him. Maybe he's a patsy. Maybe he did it.
I feel like he's a plant. Did you see the video?
I
Did you see
don't know.
the person doing the investigating on his mom's Facebook?
No.
You haven't seen this? Have you seen that, Jamie? Some dude online.
His mom's got a weird Facebook. I
It's
spill coffee.
very trippy. It doesn't make any sense. Like, the more they
here's the
keep
thing,
looking into
dude.
it, the more they're like, this doesn't feel like a real. It feels super fabricated.
But here's the thing. Just like I was talking about when people are arguing on social media, it's all part of the plan. If you want people to lose all faith that anyone is going to solve anything,
Yeah.
you got a bunch of other wacky shit that doesn't make any sense, and you spam it out there at the same time. You leave a gun that didn't do it
Right.
out in the woods. You do a bunch of shit like that.
You have an
get
old man
some
put his dick out and yell, "I did it! I did it! I did it!"
Yeah, you get some kid who has a boyfriend who's a furry, and you
His boyfriend is a
talk to him
furry?
on Discord. I think he's a furry.
Is
I don't
that
want
a-
to disrespect.
I don't know if that's a
He's
real
definitely
thing. Is that?
His boyfriend's definitely a guy who became a girl.
And wears furry stuff.
Yeah, this is weird. I don't know what to believe, but I do know that behind the scenes, there's always a liar. There's always deception. There's always something sowing confusion. And I don't trust the narrative. I just don't. I'm not saying in this case that the narrative's not right, but at first, I just don't. John F. Kennedy, I don't believe there was one shooter. I don't believe it was Lee Harvey Oswald. I don't believe any of that. There's a lot of things I don't necessarily believe. And what stinks is the government won't ever tell you the truth. So I just want to make this video because, like I said, it was quick, right to the point. I wanted to read or hear some of the reasons why people are doubting their narrative. And I also want to read for myself what you think. So let me know. And regardless, we need to keep prayed up, my friends. We need to be seeking Christ. Only Jesus is the one that doesn't change. Only Jesus has the truth. He said, I am the way, I am the truth, I am the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Jesus conquered death by rising from the grave. He ascended into heaven, and he's going to come back. That's where I put my hope, and I hope that's where you put yours too, in Jesus. So regardless of what's going on, my friends, let's plant our feet on him. Let's seek him. Let's draw close to him in this time that we're in, and watch what he'll do through all of us as we seek first the kingdom of heaven. Thanks again for being here, my friends. If you haven't yet, hit that like button. Let me know what you think in the comments and subscribe to this journey with us. We'd love to have you along. Truth be told.